Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the BSR MX5 Monday Cup here on Apex Racing TV. You join us tonight at the wonderful track that is the Circuit of the Americas, or in short, the COTA. And I believe tonight we will be using the West configuration for COTA. So yeah. Good evening. Also alongside me as well is Marco Barbanero commentating alongside me, and also on the cameras. And Marco, I have to say, as much as I've watched this track in real life, I've never actually raced it on iRacing, which is pretty bad of me. But I'm quite looking forward to seeing what the racing will be like around here tonight.
Yes, hello everyone. Hello Ryan. Glad that you could join us tonight. The fact that we are also racing on this modified West layout, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, is the same layout that was used by V8 supercars when they used to come here in years past. It's a much more shorter racetrack which suits the MX5s better. We still have those long straights, or a couple of them, especially the home stretch especially. It's going to be the main one. So this means that we are having the slipstream effect in play, but with cutting the other big straights on the racing track, this means that the drivers will actually have to rely on their good prowess and ability in the very very twisty turvy first sector, and they cannot over rely on the draft in this car. As you can see right now, Ben Sharp is making basically the turn. They turn left after the S's and cut a significant portion of the racetrack. So as the checkered flag is dropping on the on the drivers, I'm expecting a very exciting. Very exciting. I think these shorter tracks really give some more spice to the MX5 races. This is a very wide racetrack, especially here in this final section. So I'm expecting, of course, drama, excitement, and let's see if we can get a clean getaway, because that turn one is very infamous among real and virtual race car drivers.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I think we found out about a bit of news earlier this afternoon as well, that Anthony Ainsworth has left year one racing, but has recently just joined, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, Marco. He's joined the Fury Simsport guys. So yeah, I think a nice little addition to the team for those guys.
Yes, I was, going through the pre-race preparations. I was, into the server, and he was sporting the year one livery, of course. Then the moment I opened Trading Paints, I was focusing on him, and he changed, in his new livery. So I think it's the first movement of drivers between teams in this championship, and of course, very interesting, move. Let's see if he will immediately prove to be a good. I is sure it is going to be a good addition to Fury Sinsport, who are apparently going to get pole position because it's James Eaglestone, and everyone has set their time. So actually, qualifying is just about over. We are getting ready to switch over to the racing session. Let's get a quick look at the weather. 20 degrees in the air, 23 in the track, cloudy with basically no wind here at Circuit of the Americas West. So these drivers will have plenty of grip, not a lot of wind, or I should say no wind at all. Uh, Ideal racing conditions, I might say.
Absolutely. We're just waiting for the race session to switch over, and then we'll take you through the grid shortly. But I have to say, Marco, looking at this configuration of COTA, I've never raced here before, but it does look like a whole load of fun, and I've heard good things about this. Well, a mixture of things about this track. Some people seem to really love COTA. Some other people don't seem to like it. But it seems to be one of those tracks that either you need VR or you need the chopper screens, as the grid's up on your screen right now, and we'll take you through it. So James Eaglestone takes pole position for the first race of the night. Alongside him is Carl Harley for Result Clothing. Ben Sharp is in third for Fury Subsport. another new addition to the series, I believe. Michael Wortman qualifies in fourth. Fifth place is Alex Rivette. Sixth place is Andy Maxwell. Seventh place is Anthony Ainsworth. Eighth place is Charles Kellyman. Ninth place is Craig Jones. 10th place is Dennis Eichenberg. 11th place is David Ayres. 12th place is Steve Cooley. 13th place is Mick Barry. 14th place is Simon Wotton. 15th place is Ralph Cullinan. 16th place is Dale Benison. 17th place is Terry Miles. 18th place is John Moore. 19th is Dan Blake. 20th is Scott Walker. And rounding out the grid is Kip Cooper in 21st.
Yes, and we are getting
That's
ready. Ah, no, we are not getting ready, of course, because this is the first race of the night, so we have actually 2 minutes to go through the grid, and of course, unless everyone grids early, which is not going to be the case because Dan Blake and Kip Cooper Stevens will start from the pits. We are waiting for Craig Jones and Dennis Ippenburg, the new driver in P10 at the moment. Let's see if we can get a good look at the grid. As you can see here, a very, very colorful grid. I always like that the starting grid is never really, even. You can see there's a bit of a, a snake movement of the cars as the way they are placed on the starting grid. But yes, look at from above you can see the very, very colorful grid and the very colorful pit lane. Too bad we don't have some sun, but I'm expecting some fireworks in the first corner as now we are ready to go.
absolutely. We're just waiting for the lights to go out, and we should be underway with the first race of the evening. And the lights are out, and away we go with round race one, I should say. As James Eaglestone gets a great start off the line, but so does Carl Hardy, and yeah, Fury Simsport teammate Ben Sharp is trying to make a move up the inside and up into turn one. And it looks like he might get the move done, but it looks like is someone sideways in the background. That was Michael Wortman. But yeah, it looks like everyone's made it through turn one in one piece, Barco. But we still got still got this twisty section to go through. And yeah, this I've always liked watching this section in real life. It's just such a challenging part of the track.
Yes, and I think we have. If the cameras for this track are the same as the long track, there's another camera shot that really makes it nice to appreciate how the cars are moving. As you can see, they already went through the little section that gives them the chance to cut the big portion of the racetrack. As we have here David Ayres and Steve Cooley fighting it out for P11. In the lead is James Eagleson, and now this section of the track here, even though I don't... Oh, is that Ralph Cullen and Mick Barry? Sorry, it's in the pink and white car there, going wide a bit. As we also have some drama here. Some more than some drama. There's Andy Maxwell is in the wrong way, facing the wrong way, and then there's a Fury Simsport car that is Anthony Ainsworth, the new acquisition, facing the wrong way as well and getting hit several times. Let's get a replay if we can. Oh! He hit his former teammate there. Anthony Ainsworth hit his former teammate Anthony Maxwell. So already some controversy as we are in lap 2 of the race. It seems like James Eagleson has a good lead over Sharp and Rivette now in third.
Yeah, absolutely. James Eaglestone has made a fantastic start. He's managed to build up a bit of a gap to his teammate Ben Sharp in second, and also Alex Rivette is in third place for year one racing. And yeah,
here's the
yeah, it
shot
was
I
a
was
bit like
talking about. You can see the static camera that really makes you appreciate the way these cars are. Oh, that is Carl Hardy.
Yeah, Carl Hardy just got sideways in the middle of the S's and just lost it and unfortunately spun it around. But he's managed to get going again. He's not got any damage. So yep, yeah, I have to say, Mark, I'm quite liking this. Even though I've never raced it, it's quite this version of COTA, or this layout of COTA, I should say, is starting to grow on me.
Yes, like I was saying before the contact there between the year one and Fury Sims for car, I was saying that this final part of the track, despite not being very exciting and frankly a full section of 90-degree corners, it's very very wide, and so you can have a different interpretation. Now, of course, in Formula One it's difficult, but with these cars here, that they don't suffer aero push too much, or the dirty air problem. You can really take a variety of lines, and the track being very very wide is really really helpful as. Ben Sharp defending from Alex Rivette, and this gives Michael Wortmann, the newcomer to the series, a nice chance, and he's already having a nice run, fighting for the podium in his first race.
Absolutely, I have to say I've watched Michael a few times. He's raced another. He's done some. Oh, is it
Oh!
Rivette breaks? Oh,
Now they're 3 wide
three
in the
wide as
S's.
well. What?
Dear oh
Oh my
dear.
god.
That was
Yeah,
crazy, and they all managed to survive.
ooh.
But more importantly, Michael Wortmann is able to jump them both and go up to second place as they exit the SS section and go back to the other side of the racetrack. So the two veterans, Rivette and Sharp, fighting it out, and in the end, it's Michael Wortmann who has, for the moment at least, the last laugh. So let's see if we have a replay here. What happened between
Yeah, I was
Rivette
about.
and Sharp?
So Wortman just gets caught out a little bit, and then Rivette and Ben Sharp have a bit of contact, and then it's free wide down the hill, and Wortman manages to go around the outside of both cars and take two positions in one move. That was absolutely fantastic.
Absolutely crazy move there. Good job to Michael Wortmann, but now, of course, easy to make. Oh no, not easy to make the move. It's very tough to make the move, but even tougher is to try to run away from two veterans of the series like Rivette and Sharp, and so they are still very very close to each other. And of course, this will benefit James Eaglestone a lot because now he's almost 5 seconds ahead. So once again, this first corner, really a big passing spot. Will Rivette go for the move on Wortmann?
Yeah, I was just about to say as well. I've watched Michael Wortman in some of the Advanced Mazda Official Series races, and also he races in I believe he races in the MWT series as well, the Mazda World Tour series, which takes place on a Saturday. And yeah, I have to say he's maybe not the quickest of drivers all the time, but he's a safe pair of hands, and he's always consistent. And at the moment, he's for his first race in the series, he's doing a good job and currently sitting in second place.
Of course, our own Ryan Walker is usually very, very efficient and lots of wins in the official MX5 Advanced Cup, if I'm not mistaken. In the big SOF races. Ryan, correct me if I'm wrong, but I know that you enjoy that series quite a lot.
Yeah, I've took some wins in the Advanced Mazda official series. The strength of field races I've always done okay in. As Mick Barry gets a bit sideways. Hold on to it, Mick. But yeah, I seem to do okay in the strength of field races. But yeah, as you say, Marco, I've took some wins in the series, and it's just one of those series I like to jump in from time to time and just have some fun. As I'm sure these guys are around COTA as well on this configuration. And yeah, Steve Cooley just said in the chat as well that he's had a good start to the night. So I presume that either Steve crashed or someone took him out. But yeah, he's still got race two and race three to redeem himself as we look back at this battle up at the front for a second place between Wortman, Rivette, and Ben Sharp. And yeah, it seems to be the field is spread out a little bit, Marco.
Yes, I'm going through the first lap and see what happened to Steve. I think here he is. He was already having some big damage to his car. Ah, okay, so maybe he had a problem earlier then. Okay, that was his engine, which is not good. Maybe he had a problem here. Let's see. This was the start of the race. This is Steve Cooley. He's on the left side of your screen, number 87. Was there some contact here?
Ooh,
Seems to
it's
be
a
all
bit.
good.
It's a bit. It was bunched up bounced up a little bit into turn one. Manages to make it, managed to make it through. Yeah, I guess he must have had some contact through the SE section, I'll say it again, section possibly. But rider on board with the Mick Barry, I mean Steve Cooley, as it's on the screen for me.
He
I
must
should
have,
see
have
that.
it.
What's his?
He must have it somewhere in this place here, maybe in one of these corners, because he was having some big damage, and that was the first lap. So, let's see here.
So he makes a move up the inside of David Dares, or tries to make a move up the inside, and
Oh, maybe he was involved in the drama between his teammate and the Fury Sim Sport car. Yes,
ah,
bad luck there. So I mean,
yeah, that was real.
you cannot write this stuff. I mean, Anthony Edwards switches team from year one to Fury, and in the first lap of the first race with his new team, takes out two of his former teammates. I mean, I'm sure it was not done on purpose. That's why I say that you cannot write this stuff, Ryan, because it was almost, I wouldn't say poetic. I cannot find the right word, but yeah, it seems like coming out from a movie script.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't think it was. Yeah, it wasn't intentional. I think it was just being in the wrong place at the wrong time, and just yeah, just Steve had nowhere to go. But yeah, that's kind of sometimes it's always bound to be an accident in the MX5 just because of how close the racing is. It's sometimes it can cause a concertina effect, but back up at the front, this battle for second place is still going on between Wortman, Rivette, and Ben Sharp. But I have to say, Michael Wortman has managed to pull away and build a little bit of a gap, the gap at the moment, and he's slowly pulling away from these two guys behind. And yeah, Alex Rivette and Ben Sharp are still going at it for the final step on the podium. But ahead of them is Michael Wortman, and he's not too far ahead. But I think this battle between these three might go down to the last lap.
Exactly. As you can see, maybe there in the final sector, Michael made a mistake or is not very sharp in that part of the track because all of a sudden, once again, Rivet and Sharp have closed the gap quite significantly on him as lap 7 starts for these guys as well. Sharp 47.3 is clearly the quicker of these three guys, at least in this lap. So let's see. I would say that I'm expecting a move from someone in the next. We are in lap 11. Laps are around 2 minutes, so there's not much time left. As now we are on board with Rivette. He's basically the meat in this sandwich. You see how you have to
Absolutely.
slide the car. You see, it's basically you really need to slide, but not of course too much. But if you want to get some good runs out of the SS section.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just watching that onboard of from Alex Rivette's car, and it seems like you have to in the SE section in the just after turn one. It looks like to get the car turned, you have to use the rear end to make it rotate. But yeah, not too much. So otherwise, you'll probably just spin in this car. But yeah, it's still a fantastic battle between these three guys, and yeah, it's good to see Michael Wortman in the series as well, having a good run. I think Michael at the moment, I think he races in the Pro Series on not a Monday night, Tuesday night. Sorry. So yeah, I don't think I think I've seen him in the Tuesday series, but not in the Monday series. I think it's his first appearance, and as I said before, he's having a good run at the moment.
As they go for another lap, this will be lap number 8 for these guys. I'm expecting 9 or 10 laps. My maths are very bad as per usual. Situation seems to stay for the moment at least the same here. Let's see if we have an attack here. That is another newcomer, Charles Kellyman, going on the inside of Craig Jones into the first corner.
Yeah, I know Charles from racing in previous leagues before, not in the MX5, but in the Skip Barber from yeah, I've been on track with him a few times before in the UK and I Monday night Skippies League. It takes place also on a Monday night, but yeah, from I used to race there before, and yeah, he's a decent driver, and he's one of those people that on his day can spring a surprise and get a decent result. And yeah, it's good to see him doing well and in fifth position as this battle. Ooh, as Wortman runs wide a little bit, and that gives Rivette a chance to do the cutback and go up the inside. And right behind Wortman is Ben Sharp,
Great move
and
there
I
from
think
Alex Rivette.
yeah, absolutely, that was a fantastic move. As yeah, I think we could be possibly going on to the. I was going to say we might be going on to the last lap. But I think we've got this lap and one more, I believe, Marco.
I think the leader just took the white flag, so we should be, when they cross the start finish line. Yes, the leader took now the white flag. Apologies. So yes, this will be the last lap for these guys here, and they will have to settle their score if we want to know who is going to get on the podium. One of these three guys will stay out of the podium positions. For now, it's Ben Sharp, but it's a long, 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 long lap, and we know, these drivers have showed to each other several times tonight in this first race that they know and they can overtake each other. They know where to do it. They are not afraid to take their chances. So let's see how it goes, as they are once again very, very tightly bunched, all three of these guys.
Absolutely, these three guys are still together as they go through the SE section, and as they come up to these corners here, heading on to the back straight. I think this battle could be going right down to the last corner. The last corner, Marco, is
Hmm.
Mortman gets a slow run, and that gives Ben Sharp a chance to get a run on him and pick up third position. And yeah, Ben Sharp up into P3, and at the moment it's a Fury Subsport 1-3 on the podium. But yeah, Wortman's not giving up, and I think our leader is coming around the final few corners, possibly Marco, if he can try to get a look at him. But this battle is just fantastic.
Still a couple of a bit to go for the leader, just a couple of corners left, so we can stay with this battle for just a bit more. Seems like Sharp and Rivette were able to get the best out no, of Michael Wortman. So here we go. James Eagleton, we haven't showed him a lot because he was simply perfect tonight.
Absolutely, as James Eaglestone is going to come across the line and take the first win of the evening in race one. Yeah, absolutely fantastic drive. But yeah, this battle for second place is still going on. I think it's going to be Rivette taking second and Ben Sharp finishing third. Back through the field, they've got a battle for sixth position going on between the three result clothing cars, and yeah, Craig Jones, Mick Barry, and Ralph Cullen. They're all three across the line together. Fantastic. As we're watching Dale Benison as well, and yeah, I have to say that was a fantastic race, Marco, for second place between Alex Rivette, Ben Sharp, and Michael Wortman. That was just fantastic, fantastic stuff from start to finish.
Yes, we have two other newcomers tonight, Terry Miles and Dennis Effenburg. You can see them rounding up the final corner and finishing in P16 and P17 respectively. Who are we missing? It's John Moore. Here he comes. And Anthony Ainsworth, not the debut he was expecting or maybe wishing of for Fury Simsport, as he finishes last of the running cars. He will be eligible for the reverse, so there might be a chance for him to redeem himself in race 2. But before we go through the reverse grid, of course, it's time to give you the final results for race 1 out of 3.
Absolutely. As yeah, everyone's finished the race, and the results are up on your screen right now. So yeah, race one results as follows: as James Eaglestone takes the win. Second place is Alex Rivette. Rounded out the top three is Ben Sharp to make it a Fury Subsport 1-3. Fourth place is series debutant Michael Wortman. Fifth place is Charles Kellerman. Sixth place is Craig Jones. Seventh place is Mick Barry, I should say. Eighth place is Ralph Cullinan. Ninth place is David Ayres. Dan Blake, after starting in the pits, finishes in 10th. Scott Malcolm finishes in 11th. Andy Maxwell finishes in 12th. 13th is Dale Benison. 14th place is Carl Hardy. 15th place is Simon Wotton. 16th place is Dennis Epenberg. 17th is Terry Bowles. 18th place is John Muir. 19th is Anthony Ainsworth. And the rest of the grid either did not finish or did not start the race. Steve Cooley unfortunately retired, and Kip Cooper Stevens did not start the race, I believe. So, yeah, that's the results for race one. And yeah, Marco, I have to say that was a great way to kick off the evening.
It was, and we have basically the entire field apart from poor Steve Cooley eligible for the reverse. So I think it's going to be a nice race to starting grid. Let's see. Should be on your screen right now. Uh, Maybe. Yes. So as per usual, as per every Monday night, each number corresponds to the number of cars that will be reversed. Uh, with -1 being full -1 and -3, -2, -4 being a full reverse. So let's roll it. And it's going to be a full reverse for race 2, which means that our pole sitter is going to be Anthony Ainsworth for Fury Simsport. Besides him, we will have the privateers John Moore and Terry Miles. In fourth, Dennis Ippenburg, and in fifth, Simon Watton. So quite a lot of work to do for the podium, the top five and the rest of the very quick guys in race one, Ryan.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I'll make it interesting for race two. But yeah, I have to say I'm quite a big fan of COTA now, and after watching that race, it's growing me. Just unfortunately, I've never raced at the track before, and I wish I did now. But yeah, yeah, don't forget, race two will be coming up in a few months' time. But for now, me and Marco is going to go for a commercial break now. But yeah, don't forget, don't forget to come back for race two and race three. But we will be back in a few moments' time.
Growing up as a kid in Oklahoma, where I'm from, the Chili Bowl is the biggest race that we have. The Chili Bowl has kind of been my favorite race of the year. Growing up a dirt racer in Oklahoma, that's kind of the holy grail.
smashed it. Great job, you did really well.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Apex Racing TV. And you join us for the second race of the evening. We're back quicker than expected, but here's a grid for race two. Pole position is Terry Miles. The second place is Dennis Effenberg. Third place is Simon Wotton. Fourth place is Carl Hardy. Fifth place is Dale Benison. Sixth place is Andy Maxwell. Seventh place is Scott Malcolm. Okay. Okay. Do you want me to keep going?
Ah man, we and now they can hear me. Poor Ryan was going through the grid, but I see a massive migration of drivers. So I guess there's been a mistake with the server. Now we get the green flag and there is no one on the track. So yeah, I think we'll have to go back to a commercial break, Ryan, and we will be back in hopefully just a bit.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, me and Mark was going to go for another commercial break. We apologise for anyone that came back and started watching, but as Marco mentions, it looks like they've made a mistake with the server or something's kind of not went or something's went wrong. So we'll be back in a few minutes' time again.
Growing up as a kid in Oklahoma, where I'm from, the Chili Bowl is the biggest race that we have. The Chili Bowl has kind of been my favorite race of the year. Growing up a dirt racer in Oklahoma, that's kind of the holy grail.
We're almost out of fuel. You'll have to come in for a splash. Three, two, one, now. All clear. Punch it. Great job. You did really well.
Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to Apex Wrestling TV, and welcome back for race 2. What's we got round to eventually? The grid's on your screen right now, which I'll go through quickly as possible. Uh, yeah, Alessio Colonna, not seen him for a while. Is second place Dan Blake, third place is the Dennis Ziepenberg. Yeah, fourth place Michael Watman, fifth place Ralph Collins, sixth place James Eaglestone, seventh place is Charles Kellyman. 8th place is Alex Rivette, 9th place is Scott Malcolm, 10th place is Dale Berrison, 11th place Andy Maxwell, 12th place Ben Sharp, 13th place is Craig Jones, 14th place Carl Hardy, 15th Mick Barry, 16th place is Simon Watton, 17th place is David Dares, 18th place is Steve Cooley, 19th is Terry Miles, 20th is Anthony Ainsworth, 21st is John Moore, who rounds out the grid. Somehow I managed to get through it quickly. As wait for the lights to come on, and someone jumped to start at the back, and the lights out, and away we go for the second race of the evening. And it looks like Michael Waterman's got a great start. The pro drivers have to start in the pit lane, but everyone's got Michael Waterman in the lead of the turn one. Oh, I thought Ralph Connor everyone and made it through in one piece, Sparkle.
Exactly, everyone managed to survive, which is good. A little bit of a mix-up with the reverse grid. So in the end, it's Michael Wortman, the winner of race 1, who starts basically in pole position, even in race 2, despite having more ground to cover. Because they were all starting basically 3 positions back. Because of the 3 pro drivers starting from the pits, they managed to get a good. Oh, the race 1 winner is in trouble. James Eaglestone is facing the wrong way. Mistake from James, yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, it looks like Eaglestone just lost it on the exit heading onto the back straight as we're right on board looking at a replay. And it looks like, I think he just got caught out by Ralph Connor in front of him. And they unfortunately tagged the wall.
Good news is that his car seems to be okay, but the bad news, of course, is that he is all the way in the back of the field. So, long way to go for the race 1 winner.
I'd like to say, apologies if we're having. Oh, someone's.
Alex Rivette finished on the podium in race 1 and he's having issues. Got some contact with Charles Kellyman there. So, podium position guys are having some issues in this race here. David Ayres is in the pits right now together with John Moore. As Anthony Ainsworth is trying to get by Steve Cooley or the other way around. All the chaos that we're having, difficult to keep track, even though it's my job, so I should be keeping track of this stuff. It seems like, on the inside there, and Ainsworth once again makes contact with a former teammate. And as in the back, Terry Miles goes for a little bit of a half spin. And Steve Cooley, who had a retirement early, I think he's having some issues. Maybe a slowdown, maybe some suspension damage.
Yeah, it looked like Steve possibly might have got a slowdown, or I was looking at his onboard. He might have had trouble trying to get the car into gear. But I was about to say as well, apologies if issues as well on our end. It's playing up yet again, which is a bit of a pain. But best as possible as of one of the year 1 racing cars.
Yeah, Discord is discording as every Monday night, more or less. It spared us from problems in race 1, but race 2 is coming back with a vengeance as we have this mighty scrap for the back end of the top 10, Ryan, and these guys are really, really fighting it out as now Rivette trying to get on the inside of his teammate Maxwell, who doesn't fight too hard. So now for Rivette there's like a wall of 4 Result Clothing cars in front of him as we go back to the lead of the race, more or less. Not the lead, but basically the fight for 3rd place, because newcomer Charles Kellyman is right behind Ben Sharp.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got a battle for, it looks like at the moment, a battle for 3rd place with Ben Sharp and Charles Kellyman. And I have to say, Charles is having a good run so far this evening. He took a great result in race 1, and yeah, he's having another great run in fourth place at the moment, just behind Ben Sharp for Fury Sunsport. Also, looking at his battle to Mick Barry, Scott Malcolm, and Craig Jones, I believe it is, but not far behind these three cars is Alex Rivet and also Andy Maxwell. So yeah, yeah, got a, I thought Craig Jones was going to make contact with his teammate there, but yeah, fantastic racing yet again, Marco, and it looks like I think looking at the races so far tonight in the BSR, is Craig Jones. Scott Malcolm, sorry, tries to make a move up the inside, and yeah,
This is bringing a lot. Oh no, poor Scott Malcolm goes around. And that was bound to happen because we had many cars fighting for the same piece of real estate. Now Jones and Rivet are going to be side by side, with Jones having a bit better run through there. Now Mick Barry with a very ambitious move on the inside. Look at how much the car is rolling, you know, in a what we call a dynamic state. As now he will have the outside, but he misses his braking point, goes wide. Luckily for him, we are at COTA, so no issues there, but he loses one more position. Andy Maxwell jumps him, and at the same time, let's go back to this. No, we stay here for a bit because we might have a nice lunge coming into the first corner.
Yeah, quite possibly as Mick Barry is right behind Andy Maxwell, and not sure. Will Mick try and make a move up the inside? He's taking a look. Will he try and go up the inside? Oh, he's going for it. He get it stopped. He manages to get it stopped, but he runs wide a little bit, and that gives Maxwell a chance to to do the cutback. And yeah, both side by side as they head up to the SS6, and it looks like it might be a case of who's going to lift off first. I don't think when it's Maxwell.
And Andy Maxwell, unfortunate contact there, and his unfortunate mistake, sorry, and he's straight into the wall. Let's see if there was some contact with Mick Barry as they come under the bridge. Yes, some side-by-side contact, no problems for Mick, but for poor Andy there, straight into the wall at a very high speed, and so massive damage to his car. He's almost rolling. Oh, wow. Oh, man. I mean, that was worth the crash as he goes to the pits, because after you do something like that, oh no! Oh man, everything is happening right now. I mean, these year one cars have been, you know, hit left, right, and center tonight as the sun finally comes out. Rivet, Jones, and Barry in the battle for 6th place. But Andy Maxwell with basically the moment of the season so far.
I have to say, Marco, I'm not sure you've seen it before, but watching Andy Maxwell do that on two wheels, it reminded me of that episode of Top Gear when James May, Jeremy Clarkson, and Richard Hammond tries to do that. They try to do that. The stunt driving team.
No, I haven't watched it, but I can imagine already. That was absolutely crazy. I don't know how he managed first to put the car onto wheels, and then how he managed to not flip, because that was, I mean, inches away from disaster. As now, Jones on the inside once again, and defending guard is Rivet going a bit too deep. And wow, contact with Mick Barry again. That's a big hit. Does he have suspension damage? He seems to be okay. Let's jump on his own board for a second. Seems to be okay. Oh, the two teammates! Oh, Mick! Try to save it, Mick Barry. No, he doesn't save it. Wow. And I think also Anthony Ainsworth, yes, is also into the daisies, even though it's a tarmac, you know, tarmac run of area. Let's see what happened to him. This was just behind what we were seeing. Not here. This is James Eagleston. Okay. Okay. Yes. There he goes. Poor Anthony. And I think. And he's back to the pits. So let's try to catch a breath for a second, because back to the. I mean, Alex Rivet now fighting with Craig Jones. Alessio Colonna, the pro driver, is behind them in this crazy second race of the day. They will be side by side heading into the final corner.
Yep,
Sorry.
both of them are going side by side into the second to last corner. Rivette's up the inside, but as Craig John's going to try and do a cutback, but right behind them is Alessio Colonna as well. So yeah, great run by Alessio so far. He's managed to, I think he started in the pits and he's managed to get through the field up into seventh place at the moment. But just behind him is James Eagles. Yeah, I think it's James Eaglestone and Craig Jones as well. And yeah, I need a breath there, Marco. There's action going on everywhere we look.
So John's trying to come
Yeah, it
back
looks
at
like
Eagleson there. That was absolutely, I mean, the opening 10 minutes of the race absolutely chaotic with everything happening, and in the lead, Michael Wortmann relatively safe. Oh man, look at this. There's a nice bunch of cars. Some of them are lapped cars, some of them are not. And this is, as you can see, is Charles Kellyman defending from Carlar. This is a battle for fourth, and then in front of them we have Ralph
I heard a bit
Cullinan,
of contact.
yeah, fighting with Ben Sharp, and actually Ben Sharp going past him, and Michael Wortmann is in front of them. So nice driving around today. These drivers are really giving, leaving everything on the racetrack. They are not holding back. There is still one more race left. So, I mean, this COTA West, absolutely big thumbs up for me. And it's not something I say very easily about this racetrack. But this configuration here is absolutely crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, race two is fantastic. There's been action everywhere, from spins to contact. Cars going on two wheels, I should say. But that moment from Andy Maxwell, I think it was Andy Maxwell. But yeah, that was absolutely crazy. Yeah, I need to kind of my breath a little bit. But at the moment, it's still Michael Wortman leading the race at the moment. But as Mark, it's lap traffic at the moment, and Michael Wortman is he's been having a good, he's driving a good race so far. But I don't think he's as I just about cough. My apologies. But yeah, back through the field, we've got this battle with Alessio Colonna, James Eaglestone, and Alex Servette as well. And yeah, I don't think we've seen Alessio on track for quite some time. I think he had some computer issues in the middle of last season in the Pro Series, but riding on board with Charles Kellerman at the moment. Right behind him is Carl Hardy as they call up the laps on traffic, or it might have been Michael Wortman letting them by possibly. Uh, that's not Mike. Is it Michael Wortman? I'm not so sure. I need to gather my thoughts.
I think that was Andy Maxwell, yes, who's got into the pits and getting a repair. Ben Sharp now. And Ralph Cullinan, this is the fight for second place, and they were not very far away from Wortman, but they've been battling hard the last couple of laps, and now Wortman has jumped to almost a 5-second lead, and now around goes Sharp. And Cullinan waiting for him, and this creates some more chaos, and all of a sudden is Carl Hardy in second place.
Yeah, I think Cullinan was waiting to give the position back, and I think it's Cullinan still waiting for him to waiting for waiting for waiting for Sharp to give the position back. I think he is.
Yes,
Yeah, he gives the
yeah.
position back. Which is a good sportsmanship. I have to say, fair play to Ralph. Yeah, this pack goes into turn one, and gee, look at his line of cars, Marco. I can't count how many cars is in this pack, but yeah, it's fantastic racing.
Leader of the pack is Andy Maxwell, who is a lapped car, so but he's still in play here because, of course, you have every right to stay on the racing line. Of course, he will not fight hard, but he will try to not finish 2 laps down. As I think, judging by the clock, this is the penultimate lap. Carl Hardy, Kellyman, Sharp, Cullinan as they go once again through the back section of the racetrack as they prepare to go through the front stretch for the final lap that is about to start. Race leader really in a comfortable situation right now after this moment that happened between P2 and P3. Everyone stopping, basically, or lifting a lot to avoid the chaos or to give positions back. So now the gap is almost 8 seconds from P1 to P2. So it seems like Michael Wortmann will get the race win in his second attempt after finishing fourth in race 1. And yes, here we go. Final lap starts right now.
Yep, your race leader Michael Wortmann coming across the line to start the final lap, and I've got to say, Marco, he's kept a cool head. He's managed to pull away from the rest of the pack while the rest of the pack battle amongst themselves, and yeah, he's just got to keep it together for the till the end of this last lap, and he'll take his first win in the series in his debut round. Just looking throughout the field as well, it looks like Carl Hardy is still in second place, but Charles Kelman is in third place now, and just I have to say this second race has been pretty chaotic, as we see on the screen on the broadcast right now. That gap between Wortmann and Carl Hardy as well, and it's been absolutely chaotic.
Kellyman so could go on the podium in his second attempt as well after not having a good first race of the night, but under
Ooh,
big
Ben Sharp.
pressure here comes the lunge from Ben Sharp, not working.
Yeah, I think Ben Sharp tried to go for the lunge, but there was traffic in the way, so there was no way he could go. But that helped Charles a little bit, I should say. Yeah, I have to say Charles has been having a good race as well. He's been in.
Ooh,
As Kelman gets sideways a little bit, and that gives Ben Sharp another opportunity to try and make a move. I think Ben Sharp's lost. Ben Sharp's last chance is going to be the second to last corner. Can he try and get close enough and try and make a move up the inside? And I don't think he's close enough. Charles just has to hold on, and he'll finish third. But yeah, coming around the last corner is the race leader Michael Wortmann to take his first race in the BSR MX5 Monday Cup in his round of the round of the season. Carl Hardy will finish second, and Charles Kellyman will hold on and finish in third place to round out the top three. And well, I need to take a breath, but Marco, that was just absolutely fantastic racing, and even during the race as well, we had someone trying to do some stunt driving on two wheels.
I mean, that was a fantastic race. Everything happened basically, and I mean, it was beautiful. Some crazy moments, but some great racing also on the racetrack, and that's what we want to see. Absolutely amazing stuff as the other drivers are coming through. We are waiting for Anthony Ainsworth and John Moore, the final two drivers, to come to the start-finish line. While we wait for them, let's see if we can get once again some, pictures from the Andy Maxwell moment earlier. Is it this one? Yes. Let's watch it from his on board.
So yeah, he makes contact with McBarry, and I think he might have tried to get back to the pits possibly. So yeah, but that moment on two wheels is just absolutely crazy. He tries to get going again, and I think it could be a few corners later he gets it on two wheels possibly. Oh.
Wow.
That still makes me chuckle. But Maxwell still manages to finish the race, but I think he's maybe a few laps down. But yeah, fair play to Andy. He managed to get to the finish and finish the race. So he never gave up, which is I have to I have to give respect to him for. But yeah, as the results are up on your screen for race two, and yeah, taking the second race of the evening and his first win in the series is Michael Wortmann. Second place is Carl Hardy. Third place is Charles Kellerman, taking his first podium in the series and in his debut round as well. Ben Sharp finishes in fourth. Ralph Cullen finishes in fifth. Alessio Colonna finishes in sixth. 7th place is Alex Rivet. 8th place is James Eaglestone after that spin in the start. 9th place is Dan Blake. 10th place is Dennis Epenberg. 11th place is Craig Jones. 12th place is Dale Benison. 13th is Scott Malcolm. 14th is Steve Cooley. 15th is Terry Miles. 16th is David Ayres. 17th is Anthony Ainsworth. 1 lap down was Andy Maxwell. 1 lap down was, and 19th was Simon Watton as well. John Muir finishes 1 lap down as well. And Mick Barry was 4 laps down, but I believe Mick Barry had to retire from the race, I believe.
Exactly. So we have 20 cars eligible for the reverse. So tenacity from drivers involved in crashes, like Andy Maxwell, to come back to the pits, get the fast repair, and go back on the track. So with 20 cars eligible for the reverse, let's bring up the reverse grid wheel and let's roll it then. And it's going to be an 8-car reverse for this third race, which means, if I am not mistaken, your pole sitter will be James Eaglestone, Alex Rivet in second, then Ralph Corridan, Ben Sharp, and Charles Kellyman. So Eaglestone, who missed on pole position in race 2 because of an issue with iRacing, should get his pole position back. Maybe this time will be the charm, and third time will be the charm, and he will get some good result in this third race.
Absolutely. So, yeah, I have to say this evening is going by pretty quick, quicker than expected. But yeah, race 2 was absolutely fantastic to watch, and hopefully we can get a repeat of that for the final race of the evening, which is coming up in a few moments' time. But yeah, me and Mark was going to go for a quick commercial break, but don't forget, I should say, to come back for the final race of the evening for some more action in the BSR MX5 Monday Cup. But until then, me and Marco will be back in a few moments' time.
Growing up as a kid in Oklahoma, where I'm from, the Chili Bowl is the biggest race that we have. The Chili Bowl has kind of been my favorite race of the year. Growing up a dirt racer in Oklahoma, that's kind of the holy grail.
We're almost out of fuel. You'll have to come in for a splash. Three, two, one, now. All clear. Punch it. Great job. You did really well.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Apex Racing TV. You join us here for the final race of the evening here in the BSR MX5 Monday Cup here at COTA, and the grid for race 3, as you can see, is up on your screens right now. So James Eaglestone starts in pole position. Alongside him in second is Alex Rivet. Alessio Colonna will start from third, or will start in the pits with him being a pro driver. Fourth place is Ralph Cullinan. Fifth place is Ben Sharp. Sixth place is Charles Kellerman. Seventh place is Carl Hardy. Eighth place is Michael Wortman. Ninth place is Dan Blake, and alongside him in 10th is Dennis Effenberg, but they'll start in the pits with being pro drivers as well. 11th place is Craig Jones. 12th place is Dale Benison. 13th place is Scott Malcolm. 14th is Steve Cooley. 15th is Terry Miles. David Ayres is 16th. Anthony Ainsworth is 17th. 18th place is Andy Maxwell. 19th place is Simon Wotton. 20th place is John Moore. And rounding out the grid in 21st is Mick Barry. As the lights are just about to come on now, and once the lights go out, we will be underway with the final race of the evening. And away we go. James Eaglestone gets a great start off the line, but so does Alex Rivet as a head up to turn one, and just behind them is Ralph Cullinan in third place. And I'll be interested to see if anyone makes any moves into turn one. But James Eaglestone moves to the inside and defends the inside line into turn one. As I heard a bit of contact, everyone's getting a bit bunched up into turn one, but it looks like everyone's made it through in one piece, but they've still got to get through the twisty section, which they're heading up to right now. As you can tell by that camera angle, it's such an awesome part of the track. And
Oh, the
James Eaglestone's
leader! No,
off
it's
the
James
track into the
Eagleson.
wall.
And
Well,
he's not
someone
the
else
only
is off
one.
in the background as well. That was Carl
It's
Hardy.
Carl Hardy, yes. So, not James Eaglestone's night, that is for sure, as he went straight on. Let's see the replay from the chopper. So yes, he was the race leader. He jumped on that we call them no, in a way that you won't understand. We call them like a traditional baked dish. As around goes Scott Malcolm.
Scott Malcolm.
Tagged
Scott
by
Malcolm
Steve Cooley, I think.
Yes, Scott Malcolm and Steve Cooley. So the two Scottish drivers are getting get caught up together. And all that, in that mayhem, Ralph Cullinan has managed to get up into the lead. Alex Rivet is in second, and rounding out the top three on lap one is Charles Kellerman. And that mayhem has also allowed Michael Wortman to come from P8 or P9 on the grid up into P4. So yeah, it's all excuse me, it's all kicking off in the early stages, Marco, of this final race of the evening.
Absolutely, as now we have. This is Terry Miles, I think he got a slowdown because he's losing several positions. So, and there's a car around there. Huh?
Who was that? That was.
Who was that?
I'm not sure. As James Eaglestone heads into the pits with what we presume is that damage, but I think that could have been Ben Sharp possibly.
Maybe it was Ben Sharp, you are right. Yes, it was Ben Sharp. Nice catch there, Ryan. Let's go back live.
Absolutely. A bit unfortunate for Ben. He seemed to have a decent evening, but back up at the front, your leader is still Ralph Cullinan. Alex Rivet is still in second, and Charles Kellerman is in third place. But right behind Charles is Michael Wortman as well, who's been having a great evening so far, and it would be good to see him get a result, another good result in the final race of the evening to round off a great way, or round out a great debut round in the series. But yeah, still a long way to go in this race at the moment. We're right on board with Ralph Cullinan at the moment, and right behind him is Alex Rivet. Alex Rivet has kind of had an up and down evening. I have to say, Marco. He's not been getting results that we know he can get, but yeah, I guess it's like real life racing. Sometimes you can have good rounds, and some other times you can have bad rounds. So it's kind of just you'll have bad luck and good luck sometimes.
Yes, and especially in the second race of the night, he was basically It seemed like he had some kind of magnet on his car because he was hit left, right, and center, and so. But now he's really pushing hard. He just had the fastest lap of the race in this second lap. Now third lap, we just started, and Mick Barry also not the best of races in race 2, but he's already gained 14 spots, sitting in P7.
Yep, absolutely. He's managed to get through the field and pick up some positions, and yeah, slowly getting through the field. And yeah, I've just noticed that one of the result clothing guys is not around tonight. Mikey Key, I thought he would have been around, but I thought he would have been on track this evening. But I think other commitments might have got in the way possibly. But as we look back up at the front, Ralph Cornan is under massive pressure from Alex Rivette now. Not far behind these guys is Charles Kellyman, and yeah, hopefully this battle will go right down to the last lap. But yeah, it's a. I think this is a taste. This is a preview of what we're in store for tomorrow in the Pro Series tomorrow evening. What you can watch on Apex Racing TV on the iRacing Esports Network. What we'll tell you about at the end of the broadcast. But yeah, back up at the front with these three guys. It's Colin from Rivette from Kellerman. Yeah, I have to say, even though I was a bit hesitant of COTA with the MX5, it's proved me wrong, and it's been fantastic racing in race 2 and race 1 and race 2. But yeah, yet again we've been treated to some excellent racing in race 3. As
Oh, look at that!
Rivette tries to make a move.
I think he has to lift a bit because there is no way past through the S's there, but Rivette certainly is showing that he has the pace. Kellyman is holding on to the draft there, which is good for him, and could really go and have a surprise win. I think now it's official that this car can have great races everywhere on iRacing. I mean, we've had great races everywhere we've been, and this is now the second season of the series, and of this series especially. We are so lucky to have it every Monday night. The show is always top notch, and it's really exciting to be able not also to commentate on the Monday, but also then on Tuesday to give the pro drivers and the AM drivers as well the bright lights of the iRacing Esports Network on the same track, but with a bit more cars. And it's absolutely great. As look at the different lines, the different interpretation of lines between Colin and Rivette and Kellyman, as another lap is about to go in the books and another one is about to start. This will be lap 5, 7 minutes on the clock, so basically we are at the halfway mark already of this third race, as they're all using a little bit of extra racing surface there. That is one of the corners that really could help with a bit of gravel runoff area there instead of tarmac. As Rivette thought about it for a second, Ryan, but then said, maybe later.
Yeah, I think Rivette was kind of. I don't think he was going to go for a move, but he's kind of just letting Colin know that he's there, just pulling out a little bit and just showing his nose, letting him know he's there. As I thought Rivette was going to try and make a move through the S's section there, but yeah, I think again Rivette's has shown Colin that he's behind him, but also behind these two guys is Charles Kellerman, and I have to say Kellerman is keeping these guys honest. And in the background, of Michael Watman's dropped back a little bit, so. Yeah, I think. Excuse me. I think this battle for the lead could be going right. Could be going right to the finish. I'm just looking at the time. The time now. We're already on lap 5, which is about 8 minutes and 15 seconds into the race. Which is actually just flew by already. Have this always seems to be the case in the BSR MX5 Monday Cup that this series just seems to fly by on a Monday night. But I think when you've got great racing, it just makes it go by a little bit quicker and makes it more enjoyable to broadcast and commentate on, as we're right on board with Alex Rivette at the moment. And as Marco mentions, both Colin and Rivette seem to take entirely different lines, and it seems to work for both of them.
Speaking of year one racing, we were talking between race 2 and race 3, me and Ryan, about the the new Formula Regional car, which has the halo, as all the new open wheelers are having right now. And Ryan said it looks like a flip. So I said to myself, why Year One is not sponsoring one of these cars? Even in one of the the regional series. Of course, I can imagine that sponsoring an F1 car is quite pricey, but maybe sponsoring a car in the Formula Regional, which I will be a marshal of next week, so maybe they can get a deal done quickly and I can snap some photos. It could be nice as Kallinan puts a stop on my rambling by getting the lead in a very, very smooth and decisive fashion. That was a great pass by Ralph.
Yeah, I have to say, I was watching Alex Rivet as well. He went right over one of.
Yes, that was yeah. I should stop. Of course, Ralph Kallinan was in the lead as well already, but they were side by side, and I thought for sure that they were going to have contact there. But Ralph was really smooth through the S's. That's what I was going to. Oh, look who's back in the battle for the lead.
Yeah, Michael Wortman. He's just absolutely caught back up to the back of these guys, and yeah, it was only a few moments ago, a lap ago, he dropped off a little bit, but he's managed to. I think he's just put the hammer down. He's managed to catch back up to these guys, and yeah, at the moment we've got a four-way fight for the win possibly, or yeah, a two-car fight. Yeah, two-car fight for the win, and a two-car fight for the final stop on the podium. Yeah, it's just proven once again at this MX5. You don't always have to be the quickest in this car. It's just as long as you keep out of trouble and just do your own thing, you can be in with a chance of possibly taking a win or a podium in this series.
And you see, Ryan, already in a couple of corners time, they are all together bunched up there. Each driver has some, places where he knows he's quicker, some places where he's struggling, and he evenly balances out throughout the lap, as they are very, very close, all four of them right now. But the positions remain the same. Kallinan, Rivet, Kellyman, and Wortman as they go through the SS. Look at this shot, absolutely magnificent. As Kellyman has a weird line, but it works. He keeps the position, and they take the left-hander to cut through the racetrack once again. Look at there's a little bit of a I wouldn't say a jump, but certainly a very, very sharp elevation change there in that little section. As Wortman goes on the inside of Kellyman. No, it doesn't work.
Yeah, that was I thought there was going to be a bit of contact between Kellerman and Wortman, but yeah, all these guys are racing each other hard, but they're also giving each other respect at the same time. And as Rivet runs a little bit wide uh, on the exit of the corner, and yeah, drops back a little bit from Cullinan, but rider on board of Rivet right behind him is Charles Kellerman. Behind him is Michael Wortman as well. So yeah, we've still got a four car battle for the win possibly, but yeah, so this is just absolutely fantastic racing as Wortman's dropped back a little bit again after making a little mistake, I think. But yeah, all Wortman has to do is stick in the slipstream of Kellerman, and he'll still be in contention, or yeah, in with a chance of a podium finish. But creeping up in the background of these guys is also Craig Jones, who is slowly closing up on these guys who are battling away with each other, and I think they're kind of forgetting that Craig Jones is not that far away from them.
2 laps to go, as the clock hits now 2 minutes left, so this guy is lapping in the 147, 48. We'll have all the time to do this lap and one more, as the situation remains the same. There are certain points on the track when they are, the top two guys, then there's a little bit of a gap, and then the other two guys. But then after, when they go to the final section of the racetrack, once again they bunch up immediately all together. So, also apologies if we're not showing all the other drivers, but this is a fantastic battle for the win and a very, very deserving way to end the night. And see you down in a couple of corners. Usually this is where they bunch up together once again, as now Kellyman actually goes a bit wide and bringing Wortman with him, so Two leaders are able to slightly pull away, but nothing major, as now we are approaching the white flag.
Absolutely. We're close to starting the final lap, and yeah, riding on board with Ralph Cullinan. Cullinan, I have to say, has absolutely drove a fantastic race so far. He's managed to keep his cool and keep Alex Rivette behind him for most of the race. He's only got to do it for one more lap, and he should possibly take the win, but they don't really Alex Rivette. Alex Rivette is right behind him, and he's Cullinan's trying to defend the inside. He's going for the inside. Rivette's going to try and maybe go round to the outside and try and do a cutback. As a Yeah, Rivette tries to do a cutback, but Cullinan manages to defend that line perfectly. And yeah, right behind them as well, Kellerman and Wortman are battling for the final step on the podium. And yeah, I'm starting to run out of breath. This battle has just been fantastic, but yeah, yeah. So coming through the SE6, and it's still Cullinan, Rivette, Kellerman, and Wortman. As
Oh!
Rivette, contact!
How close can you get, Ryan? That was unbelievably close. Oh, and now look, there's
As
Kellyman joining the party.
Kellerman's making a move. I think that's allowed Colin a bit of breathing space. Or yeah, Wortman's making a move up the side of Kellerman. Jesus! As yeah, there's only a few more corners to go. Alex Rivette is running out of time to try and make a move. I think yeah, Collins yeah, not Colin. Rivette's running out of time to try and make a move. He's going to try and go round the outside. He's trying to set up a move for the second to last corner. I think he's right behind Colin. Rivette's tried to go around the outside. That's not going to work. But I think I heard some contact in the background, possibly. I think I'd say the battle for the final podium position. But Ralph Collins is going to come around the final corner and take the win in the final race of the evening here in race 3. Alex Rivette's going to finish in second. Kellerman's going to finish in third, and Michael Watman is going to finish in fourth. And as we wait for the rest of the field to come across the line, but Marco, that was absolutely fantastic stuff.
Top-notch stuff from these drivers in race 3. That was absolutely fantastic. All four guys deserve our praise, especially Ralph Corridon, who basically set under pressure for the entire race and was able to keep his cool and bring home a much-deserved victory. But congratulations to all those guys in the top 4. That was crazy, absolutely crazy. As we are waiting for Terry Miles and Simon Watton. They are the two drivers left in the race. As here comes Miles, this beautiful Pepsi livery, and here comes Simon Watton. But congratulations to Ralph Collin. I mean, that was great. And tell you what, he gets our slow motion because he really deserves it. What a fantastic, fantastic performance from him and from all the guys there in the top 4. And now, for the final time tonight, we can go through the race results.
Absolutely, as the results are up on your screen for the final race of the evening. So Ralph Cullinan takes a fantastic winner in race 3 after managing to fend off Alex Rivette in second place. Charles Kellerman rounds out the top 3, and then behind him in fourth place is Michael Watman. Fifth place is Craig Jones. Sixth place is Alessio Colonna. Seventh place is Mick Barry. Eighth place is Andy Maxwell. Ninth place is Dan Blake. 10th place is Dennis Epenberg. In 10th, 11th place is Cal Hardy. 12th place is Dale Benison. 13th place is David Ayres. Anthony Ainsworth finishes in 14th. Scott Malcolm finishes in 15th. James Eaglestone finishes in 16th. Steve Cooley finishes in 17th. Terry Miles finishes in 18th place.
Sorry.
And I believe. Oh.
Okay.
Finishing in 19th is Simon Watton. Finishing one lap down in 20th was Ben Sharp. John Moore finished in 21st, 2 laps down, and those are the results for your final race of the evening here at COTA.
Yes, that was a fantastic night of racing. We are just waiting for a couple of drivers for the traditional post-race interview. Let's go and, of course, tell you about what's coming up next in the meantime. Of course, tomorrow it's the traditional sports car double header on Apex Racing TV. We start very early in the morning. Oh, well, not very early, to be honest, because we have the IMSA at Mid Ohio at oh man, 8 9:45 GMT, 8:45 GMT, 10:45 GMT. Apologies. Okay. Uh, and then, of course, in the evening we have the VRS GT Sprint Series. That will be from the Nürburgring, and that will start at 18 GMT. On Wednesday, BSR is no, sorry, that is still on Tuesday, of course, at the same time. Racing Esports Network, like we said, Circuit of the Americas for the Pro Series. On Thursday, we will have the BSRTC Pro Series, also from Circuit of the Americas. Saturday we have the Sim Racers Asia GTE Series from Spa in at 12 GMT. Then at mm, another time zone GMT at 18 GMT. Yes, we have the uh, Euro V8 Supercar Championship, the Enduro from Charlotte, and also on Wednesday we have the Sim Racers World GT3 Championship, which will have its second round of the new season, and this will be on Wednesday, the 1st of May. That will be at 19:30 GMT and from WeatherTech Raceway at Laguna Seca. So full of interesting races this coming week. Let's see if we have someone ready for interview. Yes, Ryan, we have Mr. Steve Cooley with us.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, welcome to the booth, Steve. How did that go for you this evening?
Very mixed for me, mate. Probably a lot more trouble than I wanted, to be honest. Race one, unfortunate. Hitting Anthony Ainsworth. Race two, clipped Anthony as well. And I've sent my apologies for that. That one's definitely me. So, yeah, not the night I wanted, but, we fight on for next week.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was about to say it looked like you guys. It seemed to be a bit of an up and down evening for you guys, but yeah, I guess I guess with the quota as well, and not especially the tight SE section, it's kind of I guess you expect to have to get caught up with other cars around that part of the track just because of how quick and how tight it is.
Yeah, it's definitely an awkward track. I mean, there's so many different lines you can take in a lot of the corners as well. So, there was a couple of I think dive bomb incidents with a couple of guys tonight. Shall remain nameless. That have maybe impacted a few other drivers, not just myself. But that's racing. We will try and race as hard as we can, and unfortunately these things happen. So with a larger grid tonight, yeah, it's always going to happen.
Absolutely, and yeah, yeah, I believe also later this week you get or later this weekend I should say you guys are racing in the Nürburgring 24, I believe. Is that correct?
That's correct, Chip. We're doing the MX5. We're racing with guest racer Dan Blake, former amateur champ, racing tonight. He's joining us for that. There's going to be four of us doing it, so it's going to be a tough night. But be prepared as we can be, and we'll give it our best shot.
Good stuff. Just before you head off, is there anyone that you like to give a shout out to? Any team sponsors or friends or family or anyone in part of the team or close to the team?
Just everybody we race with on the Monday and Tuesday nights. Thanks for all your help, advice, and great chat. Both to you and Marco as well. We really appreciate the stream and what you guys been to it. So thank you both very much. Sorry I've not spoke to you for a while. Last but not least, my long-suffering girlfriend Leanne, who went to her first meet with me last week. So yeah, that's probably the list.
Good stuff. Thanks for popping in as always, Steve, and yeah, best of luck to you guys in the Nürburgring 24, and probably a bit of a tough one, but yeah, you guys be racing next Monday.
Yeah, I'll be racing next Monday. I'm also in the Tuesday night leagues as well, so that's been a hell of a learning curve, big step up in pace a lot of guys and massive grids. So so it'll be a busy week for me next week. You're bringing in the 2 races Monday, Tuesday. So yeah, it'll be good fun though.
Awesome. Well, thanks for popping in, Steve. And yeah, we'll the best of luck to you guys in the Nürburgring 24, and we'll see you on track next Monday.
See you later on, guys. Cheers.
As that was Steve Cooley, just been interviewed by us. Yeah, Marco, do you want to take up the interview with Charles?
Yes, here he is, Charles Kellyman, and he was his, if I'm not mistaken, his debut round in the championship. Welcome to the booth, Charles.
Thanks for the invite, guys. Yeah, that was their first time here doing this. Thanks to Steve Cooley and to Nick Barry for the invite. So yeah, I was pretty surprised actually. I didn't expect to be anywhere near the top half of the pack, but yeah, really pleased with that.
Yeah, how was the racing for you tonight?
I said to some of the guys beforehand that this being my first time, I didn't want to get in anyone's way. We did a couple of practice sessions a few days ago, and the times weren't great, but it was an opportunity for me to kind of get on board and kind of compare myself to others. But yeah, I think now that I've done it, the the debut race nerves well and truly gone now, and hopefully I can continue putting in some good laps.
That is especially true considering that next week we will be in a very familiar track to all the drivers that love the MX5, and that is of course Okayama. So I mean that is
Yeah,
a track that
okay.
you know like the back of your hands, I would imagine.
Yeah, but again, racing with these guys. I mean, I know some of these guys have been doing this quite some time, and I know they do the Tuesday night session as well. So they've got a lot of race experience, which I don't have much of. So yeah, any track will be a challenge, but I'm up for that challenge, and let's hope I can stick to the top half of the pack going
Well,
forward.
that was a nice way to begin the proceedings, Charles. For you, before we let you go, anyone you'd like to thank?
Uh, well, I haven't actually got a team, so I can't uh, thank a team or anything. But I'd just like to thank Mick Barry, as I've mentioned before, and Steve Cooley for encouraging me to get in here. Um, a close friend of mine, Luno, who keeps backing me to do well in these races. So yeah, thanks for them as well. But yeah, all that know me within our racing community. Yeah,
Thank you very much, Charles. Once again, congratulations, and we will catch you
right.
next week.
Yeah, hope to see you again soon. Right, take care. Bye, mate.
And that was Charles Kellyman, a very, very nice debut, and always nice to have Ryan some new drivers in the series that not only get more cars on the field, but also when the newcomers are also this competitive, it's a big, big bonus as well, and it's nice to have some new names in the front of the field. And today we've had Charles, of course, and we also had Michael Wortman there at the front winning a race. So yeah, interesting prospects for the series come next week. Of course, I want to ask you once about Okayama. Like I said, a track that I think everyone knows around iRacing. Uh, it's one of my favorite tracks, unsurprisingly, but also a track that has some hidden, things that may make it a bit more difficult than expected, especially that very, very, very slippery surface of the Japanese tarmac.
Yeah, Yokoyama is a track that I've done a few races around there. I've done some races around there in the Skip Barber. I've done some races around there in the MX5. Also done some races around there in the Grand Touring Cup official series and the Jetta. So yeah, I've got some experience around there and a mixture of cars, and it's probably one of my favorite. I've never been crack around there, but it's one of my favorite tracks to lap around, and it's just such a great track to race around as well. And I think next week in the MS5 it should be or should produce great racing, I should say, just like COTA has done tonight as well. And yeah, I have to say I'm looking forward to next week with the with the mix of corners, the high speed corners, the high speed corners and slow speed corners. So yeah, looking forward to it and looking forward to commentating on it as always.
Exactly, and of course, before we close the broadcast, we remind you can follow us on many platforms, including Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, where we usually stream all of our content, unless we have some overlapping streams, then some of them go on the three platforms and the other goes only on YouTube, but you can follow us on our social media and you can so you don't miss any broadcast because basically all week long we have some nice racing to show you. And now we leave you in the very competent hands of Ryan, so we can all go and have a good night.
Yep. So yeah, thanks to anyone that's been watching the broadcast tonight on Apex Racing TV. Yeah. Also, don't forget to check out the BSR MX5 Pro Series tomorrow evening on the iRacing Esports Network, which will be broadcast again by Apex Racing TV. But yeah, that's it for now. I think so. Yeah, thanks for watching. From me, from Marco. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.